Hey, glad you're back. I'm happy you're here. Not everything goes according to plan. It's something you have to realize. And once you realize that, you'll be able to adapt and overcome and deal with the stress of not everything working out the way you planned it. And it'll give you options and it'll give you ways to deal with different situations that might pop up. Why am I talking about this? This router that I bought from the thrift store. $5, had no idea if it worked or not. You could at least plug it in, see if it powers on. But I'm trying to use this router not as a router, but more of an access point so I could extend the Wi-Fi in my house to hopefully the upstairs or even my workshop. That would be nice. It would be great. And I've been sitting on this for a while. I haven't done it. Haven't really had the motivation to do it. But now with my last final days here before surgery, it might be time to get this done so that I could at least enjoy Wi-Fi wherever I might be in my house, so I don't have to deal with this after surgery. I know it's not a huge priority, but I thought it would be an easy thing to do today to where my back's killing me and this should go smooth, but it hasn't. Point being, my plan isn't working and I gotta figure out a solution for it. It's not that I'm failing, it's not something to get stressed out about. Even if I can't figure this out, it's still okay. It's not the end of the world. I'll figure it out at some point, whether I get a different router or figure something. There's other options, there's other solutions, but I'm going to overcome that. And if you use that in small increments, you could use that to bigger things in life too. Meaning that the surgery that I'm going to have, I have a plan in place of how everything should go, but you know what? I'm not in control of it at all. There's really not much I can do. I can maximize my recovery, and that's why I'm getting most of this stuff done now. That's why I've gone and cleaned the specific rooms in my house, where I made sure my bedroom is nice and clean, where I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to trip on everything. Made sure that all the winter gear is ready to go, so that when I'm healed enough to snowblow, I make sure that the snowblowers are working, so that before when the snow hits, we're good to go. I'm making sure that the lawn is going to be as cut and ready to go as I can, so that if they allow me to cut the grass soon, I can. I mean, it seems silly, but I'm cleaning the gutters, making sure that's all set so I don't get ice jams and stuff like that during the winter. This seems silly, but if I do this stuff now, whether I'm in pain or how much pain I'm in, it doesn't matter. If I do this stuff now, it's gonna maximize my recovery later, because I'm stubborn. I'm gonna do this stuff when I'm supposed to be recovering, and that could really hinder my recovery. It could really screw stuff up and have potential complications. At least that part I'm in control of, to where I do everything I need to do to recover the best that I can. And by getting this stuff done now, it just means I don't have to worry about this stuff. I don't have to push myself and do this stuff when I'm recovering. At least that's my way of thinking. But what I mean is, obviously my back hasn't been going as planned to begin with, because I really never intended on having surgery. I wanted to beat this through conservative methods, through conservative care, through exercise and diet and building my muscles up and strengthening everything. But this foot drop, this not being able to control my foot right now, there's not much more I can do, so surgery is one of the last options. So what I'm saying is, my back hasn't gone according to plan, but I'm not freaking out. I'm not necessarily stressing out about it. I'm adapting and changing the plan so that I can have the best outcome, to have the outcome that I would like to have. And if after surgery things don't go according to plan, I'm still gonna adapt to it. I'm still gonna change things up to get the best outcome that I can get. So my point of this whole story, of this vlog today, is gonna be, not everything goes according to plan. You have to learn to adapt and overcome, and learn that when it doesn't go according to plan, when things fail, don't stress out about it. Do your best to control those emotions and focus and refocus that energy so that you can have a solution, have a different solution. I mean, just read about some of the great people, some of the great inventors of our time. Thomas Edison, the light bulb. And I mean, thousands upon thousands of ways he learned not to invent the light bulb. He was just that one step closer to finding out the right way. The attitude that he had when he was going, would you go, I want to say the number was like 2,000 something, 2,000 different experiments, 2,000 different ways not to create the light bulb. That's a lot of failure. But the way he was thinking of it was, that's one way not to do it, that's another way not to do it, that's another way not to do it. At some point, I'm going to go through all the possibilities, all the possible ways of creating this and find the one that actually works. And I mean, proof in the pudding is here. He found it. You know, I mean, I may be a little inaccurate on my history, but that's the lesson I've taken from it. And that's really all that matters, is the lesson that you've taken from it and how you apply it to your daily life. Everything that I can do to get stuff done is done to where I'm just doing little things now. Like, I need to clean this studio up so I'm not tripping and falling over stuff. That'll be done in a minute. But actually, let's get that done right now. Just having this settled and cleaned up and everything is gonna at least take some weight off my mind, because when I want to go make a video, especially after surgery, I can go do something real quick and not really have to worry. And there's some projects that I want to do, but I've kind of held off on doing them because I should be able to do them after surgery, unlike making you know, some of the woodworking projects like the MP5 or the AK-47 and stuff, you know, and doing all that cleaning out in the garage. I'm not going to be able to do that after surgery. So there's other stuff that I have planned. You know, the wheels are turning. The bigger point I want to bring across here is your current situation or the project that you're working on. When things don't go according to plan, how do you react? Do you adapt and overcome? Do you figure out a new solution and tackle that new challenge head on and charge through it and become victorious? Or do you stress out and then finally, with the help of others, figure out the solution? Or do you stress out and give up and essentially fail and see that as a failure and not as a victory, or not as a chance to learn from the mistake or the failure or whatever happened in your situation where it didn't go according to plan, and not learn from that and grow? What do you do? I know what I tend to do, and I know what I try to do, and I know there's some stressful situations that really do occur, but ultimately I know whatever life throws at me, I can handle it. Otherwise, what's the point? If I don't think I can handle whatever life throws at me, I'm in for a terrible ride, that's for sure. I mean, realizing that you have to go through whatever you have to go through to get to where you're going, that's life in a nutshell. I mean, I don't know where anything, I mean, how do I want to put this? I don't know what the road ahead is going to be like, but I know I have to be prepared for whatever comes my way. Does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to get across here. Regardless of how you've mapped out your route, things are going to happen. And you got to be able to take detours and get around that stuff to get to where you're going. That makes sense, right? All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Be there. There's only a few days left before that detour, before I don't know what's going to happen. I'll be here. You be here.